to this computer. All right. So my iPhone 6, which when I got, I thought, this is a nice piece of technology. This should last me the rest of my life. Well, I think I already talked about this. It was starting to do funny things, and certain things weren't working right. So I resigned myself to get another phone. So I was going to get the iPhone 11. 6. I figure, well, anyways, so I didn't go on their website and get it because I don't do that kind of stuff. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go and I'm going to actually go to the store. I walk in and he's like, yeah, great. We'll get you an iPhone 11. Great. He goes, he wanted to sell me like a bunch of other stuff. We're going to get you a package. I don't want a package. I just want the damn phone. But so he's like, I'm like, okay, great. Just give me the phone. So he's like, I need 5 minutes. Let me go. And I'm like, 5 minutes? He goes, I need to see if we have it. I go, it takes 5 minutes to see if you have it? So he's like, yeah. So he goes in the back. He's gone for like 5 minutes and he comes back and they don't have any iPhone 11s. So I go home and I'm just going to call. I'm going to call them and get them to mail me an iPhone 11. Again, I know some of you are probably laughing, saying, why doesn't he just go on the website and get the damn phone? I guess I should get with those things on the machine. But so I called the conversation. It took an hour, but here's my favorite part of the conversation. So, well, and 3 times they tried to sell me on this other package, but he says to me at one point, would you like it in black? And I said to myself, I heard to myself, would you like it in black? That means there's other colors. So I said, oh, are there other colors? And he said, yes, there are other colors. I said, can you tell me what they are? So he said, they have purple, they have green, they have yellow. I said, wait, stop, purple, please. He said, okay, let me put you on hold. Apparently, you have to wait 5 minutes when you decide what color you want. She said, I'll be right back. So 5 minutes later, while I was on hold thinking about my purple phone, I thought, man, maybe I should have said green. So he comes back and he says, we don't have purple. And I'm like, God's will. Okay, great. I'll take green. He said, oh, can you hold, please? Because they got to go another. So he puts me on hold, music on the phone, and he comes back and he says, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have green. I said, are there any colors you have? He said, yes, we have black. Oh, all right. Thank you for coming. We are gonna.
You're black market yoga.
Yeah, it's black market yoga. We're gonna start sitting today, so let's stay sitting, and we'll get up to the standing in a moment. So I'm coming back here. So I'm gonna cross the legs and cross the legs a little bit, and we are going to start putting the right hand down with the fingers pointing away. So the right hand maybe a little more than 6 or 7 inches out from your hip, just so that your arm can go straight down and the fingers are pointing out and away. The left arm reaches out with the palm facing the ceiling, and we're going to come up and over like extended side angle kind of, and we're going to look up along the armpit to the ceiling, and let's breathe. We're drawing the breath in through the nose, pushing the breath out of the nose, listening to the sound of the breath, going through the whole body and just feeling how everything is. Good. Let's switch left hand down and then that palm facing until it faces the ground, right arm up and over. Look again along the armpit to the ceiling. Breathing in the nose, drawing it in and pushing it out. Good, back to center. Reach the hands straight forward with the palms initially facing the ceiling. This doesn't seem like much, but I find it very difficult. We're going to come up and then touch the wing bones, trying to point the elbows straight up, trying to look straight forward. And we're just going to take a few breaths right here, drawing the breath in, pushing the breath out. Couple more. Let's stay here a little bit longer. I text my mom because my father doesn't text. And I said, would Dad like my iPhone 6? And she says, no, he is quite happy with his flip phone. I wish I had my flip phone. Okay, let's take the right hand and grab the left knee. We're going to take the left hand right behind us, gently twisting, because we'll do a little more heavy duty twisting later. The head, no matter where we look in this pose, looks at the wall, so the eye line is like straight with the eyes. We don't look at the floor. Look back gently, though. The twisting is in the torso, not in the neck. And over to the other side. Left hand grabs the right ear, whatever the opposite is for you. Right hand, sit up tall, shoulder back, and then gently looking back, but looking, again, eye line level. Good. Back around. Let's stand. And I'm going to go way back. My head's going to get chopped off. So once back here, actually, if that'll stay back here, I'm going to come up in the foreground with you. Take the feet apart about the distance of your hips or shoulders. Let the hands hang down, and we're going to swing side to side. Tonight, we're going to do similar to the Monday routine on Wednesday. I'm just throwing the calendar out the window. Do you know why there's a July and an August? Ask Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar. It used to be 10 months. We can make our own calendar, whatever we want. This is yoga day. All right, let's come all the way around. Opposite hand grabs the opposite hips, and then you see over here, my other hand tries to do the same. And again, a little gentle twist as we pull back. And then let's swing it out a little more. And with the feet slightly apart, it is just mildly more stable for the standing. We're breathing the whole time, drawing the breath in through the nose, pushing the breath out through the nose. Okie dokie. Over to the other side. Shoulder back. Long to the top of the head. Good. Back to center. Let's return the feet together. So big toes touching, ankles a little bit apart. We're going to breathe in and reach up and look up. We're going to breathe out and forward fold, bringing the fingers super low and long. We're going to keep them down there. And we're going to look up, lengthen the tail through the eyeballs. Good. Forward fold again. And then come all the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart center. We push into the earth. We circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding. Again, fingers low. And we look up. And we forward fold. All the way back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart center. Push into the earth. Circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding. Again, fingers low. We're going to look up. And we forward fold. Two more before we mix it up. All the way back up. Down again through the heart. Push into the earth. We circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding. Again, fingers low. We keep them down. And we look up. And we forward fold. Back up. This is the one. All the way up. Reaching up. Down again through the heart. We push into the earth. We circle back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward fold. Again, fingers low. We're gonna look up. And from here, we're gonna step back to the top of push-up, belly and legs tight. We'll hold here just for a little bit. Woo-hoo. All right, when you're ready, you can lower all the way down or to 2 inches off the earth, and then up dog. Toes are pointing straight back, legs tight, shoulders are not by the ears, they're down. And then tuck the toes or roll back, and we'll look at the feet. We'll bend the right leg, push the opposite heel towards down. Your hands flat, middle finger straight forward, squaring the wrist to the front of the mat. Good. The first one, I like to walk. You could jump up to the top of the mat, feet back together, fingers low. We look up, forward fold, all the way back up, reaching out and up. Let's come down through the heart center. We push into the earth. We circle all the way back up. Breathing out, forward folding again, fingers low. We look up. We step back, top of push-up. We lower down, up dog, and down dog. And nice. Up on the toes on the in-breath, down with the heels on the out-breath. Over and over with the breath, breathing in the nose. Good. Back up to the top. Step in, jump in, look up, forward fold, all the way back up, reaching down and up, down to the heart center. One more in the first section here. Surya Namaskara A. We forward fold it again, fingers low. And we look up, and we step back, top of push-up. We lower down, up dog, and down dog. Nice. Breathe here. Remember, you can rest anytime you want. You can just join the community and hang out and rest the whole time and only do the breathing. But we're on our own space. We're monitoring ourselves. We're taking care of ourselves. We push the edges a little bit, but you can always take a break. You can always skip a pose. And let's hop up to the top of the mat again. We look up, fold, fold. Let's bring the fingers, except for the pointing fingers, together. And let's come all the way straight up, and let's arch back a little bit. Good. From here, we're going to take the feet apart and reach the arms out. We do this one every class but Friday, I think. Woo! I was talking too much and I lost my breath. Let's look to the right. Draw the breath in, push the breath out. And over to the other side. Good. And back to center. Let's return the feet together, big toes touching, ankles apart. We are going to do Surya Namaskara B. We sit in chair, Utkatasana. Good. All the way up, over, forward, folding again, fingers low. We look up. We step back on top of push-up again. We're going to lower down, up dog, and down dog. Warrior one on the right. Right foot steps. I'm stepping almost to where my hand is. So you're outside the center line. Back foot turns out flat, so you end up heel to heel aligned. Once up, let's reach the left arm forward so that the shoulder is facing the front of space. Great. Touch the ceiling, and then back down with the hands. That leg slips straight back. Lower down, up dog, and down dog. And left side, you see again, I'm stepping almost where the hand was. Right foot turns out, back up, knee over the ankle, less is okay. Reach that right arm forward. You can feel that reaching all the way down through the legs sometimes. Great, touch the ceiling again, and hands back down, step back, lower down, up dog, and down dog. Good, we'll take a few breaths here in down dog. Drawing the breath in, pushing the breath out, listening to the sound of the breath. All right, step hop, top of the mat, toes together. We look up, we forward fold, Utkatasana, the chair, and standing arms all the way down. Let's do a couple more. Sit in chair again. Let's come all the way up over, forward folding. We look up, we step back again, top of push-up, lower down, up dog, and down dog. Warrior one on the right, right foot steps. This time, see hands together in prayer above the head. So the head falls back out of the way a bit. So we're like doing our prayer to the sun, saying namaskara, salute to the sun. If you want, maybe it seems early, so it's up to you. You could arch back a little bit. And very nice. Hands back down again, stepping back, top of push-up. We're going to lower down, up dog, and down dog. Left side, left foot is stepping, back up. Hands together again, looking up, maybe arching back. Okay, hands back down, step back, top of push-up, lower down and drop down, up dog and down dog, and very nice. We're gonna stay here and breathe. Long breathing. So in the down dog, you're looking at the knees or the navel, so the head is kind of tucking a little bit, right? So that the neck is kind of stretching through here, and the crown of your head is trying to come down towards the mat. There are some people, depending on your body types, where the top of the head actually comes down and touches in this pose. I know, believe it or not. All right, step hop, top of the mat, toes together. We look up, we forward fold, feet and knees together, sitting in chair, and then we stand again, shoulders down, tight core. Let's do one more in this one. Sit in chair. Up, over, forward, folding again, fingers low. We look up, we step back, top push-up. We lower down, up dog and down dog. We're gonna do warrior two on the right foot steps. And I'm gonna go join, because we're gonna throw in an extra piece here, a pose that we're gonna do two different ways tonight. But firstly, warrior two is heel to heel aligned, knee over the ankle, little less is okay. Tight core, light shoulders. Let the shoulders drop away from your head. We look at the fingers in front of us. The arms are out on that same line that are heel to heel aligned. We're going to take a few breaths here before we mix it up. So let me go sideways so you can see this a little better. Take the hands in the back and as light as you can, just like you're trying to, without looking, remember what pants you're wearing. And just barely touch your leg. The right hand, the palm faces the ceiling, and then we're going to arch it back. Don't put any weight on the leg at all. Just the fingertips barely touching the leg. Great. Cover the hands, top of the mat. We're going to step back again, top of push-up. We're going to lower down and drop down, up dog and down dog. And let's do warrior two on the other side. Same stuff, heel to heel alignment. Knee over ankle, less is okay. Tight core, light shoulders, staring with the eyes open at the fingers in the front, breathing in the nose, drawing it in, pushing it out. And turn the left hand to face the ceiling. Very gently touch the back leg. Don't put any weight there. Arch it back. We look up along the elbow to the ceiling. Excellent. Cover the hands top of the mat. Step back again. We'll lower down, up dog, and down dog. And stay here, just breathing, drawing the breath in, pushing the breath out. You can discuss the elements in your mind, or I can talk to you about them. This gives us more body awareness. The feet are 2 fists apart. We feel the heels pushing towards down, but they don't have to get there. Don't adjust the body to get them there. It's good. We're stretching, especially if they're not down, we can stretch more. Let's keep breathing. Good. Let's hop on up, top of the mat, toes together. We look up before we fold. Feet on knees together, sitting in chair. And let's stay in chair. Good. Let's stand. Take the feet apart. Distance of, say, the hips or the shoulders. And let's grab elbows or grab prayer. Plenty to pray about. And let's hang down. You could bounce a little bit. If you bounce, if you choose to bounce, let the breath push out of your nose as the body drops down. So you may have to quicken the pace of the breath. They call it Kabbalah Bate. Some people call Kabbalah Bate and Breath of the Fire the same. They are not the same. Kabbalah Bate is like half-time Breath of Fire, like every time the body drops down, if you want to do that. And let's come up with the peace fingers way up and way down. And we'll grab the big toes, thumbs underneath. I'm going to come up and give you the close-up. You're probably sick of that by now. There it is. And the toes are getting, pushing down the fingers as the elbows pull away from the ears. We're lengthening the whole back down to the crown of your head. This one, you can bend the legs, it's okay. I bend my legs. It's a hard one. If you have a hamstring impaired, for sure. Good, all the way back up, reaching out and up. And then all the way back down. Each hand under each foot, so the toes are straight on, touching the wrist, and the feet are running straight forward, and the hands are running straight back, sole to palm. Unlike the Stevie Ray Vaughan album, Soul to Soul. I mixed two guitar players there for a second. Good, let's stand. And we should be at the top of the mat. If you're not, you can rectify that by placing yourself at the top of the mat. We're going to do the pivot class tonight. So to set up triangle, yes, we're going to step the left leg back about the distance of one of our legs. We're still heel to heel aligned. The front foot, which is the right one, is running straight forward. As it runs straight back, it runs to the heel of the left foot. The legs are straight. We reach the arms out. With the arms out, we're going to reach out. And then for triangle, right hand down, left arm up. You can keep the hand on the shin. You can have palms facing out and away. Maybe look up to the reaching hand. If that bothers you, look down. And you want to see that your nose is pointing right at your shin. Because if you're way over here, that hip needs to come in. We're going to stay here and breathe. And this is where the pivot happens. We're going to come up. We're going to take that foot in the front and pivot into 45 degrees. We're going to take the foot in the back and turn it so it's running straight out and away. We're going to reach out over that foot, and we're going to get triangle on the other side. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. This is how we got between the poses in India in the Astanga Primary series. Good, and back up. So we're going to pivot, left toes in, right toes out. I would shorten the stance. So this version gives you another opportunity here, which I always see Bambi taking advantage of this, which is really good. With the pivoting, we get the opportunity to reach the left arm forward. So the right foot's in the front, left arm way forward. The right arm can just hang for a second and get that length through your back. Good, and then for the twist, then after we have the length of the spine, we put the left hand on the right shin and reach the right arm up, trying to twist. We could also take the back of the hand outside of the leg, pushing with a little bit, gripping the big toe right here in the front and seeing if we can get that twist to happen. We're just going to take a moment longer because it is a difficult pose. and then all the way back up. You could windmill the arms and we do the pivot again. Right toes in, left toes out. Now the right arm reaches out the back because the left foot is leading to the back. Get that leg, in case you can't see that, right here, and then right hand on the left shin, foot forward. You could put the back of the hand, we reach the left arm up. We try to rotate this shoulder closest to the earth, coming down like you're trying to show your chest out to the left. Again, difficult, so take your time. Good. Back up. Let's pivot again. We will re-lengthen the stance for warrior two. So get a little more distance again. Knee over ankle, front foot straight forward, back foot. You'll see it turned out. Let's hold warrior two for a little bit. Uh-oh. Warrior two is a dog barker. Okay. Center of the forearm on the leg. Left arm up and over. You can look along the armpit to the ceiling. That's what I like. The full extent of this pose, although some people tell you that it's wrapped, I didn't see one person wrap this pose in India. But the full extent is putting the hand down inside or outside the foot, but you have to look a little forward to the reaching hand rather than along the armpit right here. We're going to breathe. Good. Back up. You'll have to straighten that leg in the front. We'll pivot again and we'll do warrior two to the back. I'll go sideways here so you've got a good visual of that. We'll hold warrior two. Get my hand out of Yvette's face. Sorry about that. And then we're going to take the forearm, place it on the leg, right arm up and over. And then you have the option again to put the hand down if you want. It's right on the inside. Right, with that long reaching, I just went out of frame. This hand here can be a fist or splayed finger, so it's mildly active. Good, back up. We're going to pivot again. So warrior two, back to the front. So we're going to revisit that pose from earlier. So turn the right hand so the palm faces the ceiling, but the left hand way back here is coming all the way around. You can grab your shirt, your pocket, or the leg. If you get the leg, make sure you pull the core against your low back because there's a tendency to curve the back there to make room. Don't push against that. Pull the core in, and then we arch back again. So you see, with this version, which is the version I normally teach, less opportunity to push on the leg, more opportunity to open that back shoulder. Good, straight the leg. Let's pivot again, right toes in, left toes out. Warrior two to the back for a moment here. Good, turn the left hand to face, now the right arm, it's more, you can see it better here, comes around the back. Grab the shirt, the pocket of the leg, pull that core in, and then we arch back. Good, back to center. Let's stay standing. We're going to face straight out for horse. You want the toes splayed. We're going to bend at the legs a little bit. Let's push the walls out tonight, just so it's slightly different.
Horse boundaries.
Boundary horse. Good, let's stand. Turn the feet so they run straight forward. We are going to reach up, and then we're going to reach out. I'm going to make space for Yvette. We're going to come down because we're going to do the twist here. So we'll come down with the hands under the shoulders, right? So the body is measured off like a table. Then we'll move the right hand to the center, and we'll reach the left arm up, trying to turn the shoulders more than the hips. And that's why you see a lot of people do that. They put their hand on their hip. That's so they can like feel whether their hip's turning. Um, it's gonna turn a little bit because there's a lot going on, and as they say, everything is connected, you know, and that is, I've not found that to be anything but true. Lengthen the tail to the crown of your head, so it's like a bow and arrow. The arrow is your spine, and the bow is your arms. And go ahead and switch the hands. So we'll do now the other side. Good. It's kind of like that someone rested a beverage on your hips and you're trying not to spill it. But it's going to move a little bit for most of us. Good. Let's come up. We're going to reach the arms all the way out, and then we're bringing the hands behind the back. We're intertwining the fingers. If your upper back bothers you, push the palms together, even if it means you have to get what seems to you to be less. Otherwise, a lot of people do it apart. That's more, comes more into the shoulders. And we come all the way down, and the arms come up. Mine come like this. Mine go like almost straight up, but we get where we get, and we stretch and we breathe. Become aware of the body. The body's in charge. Let the body tell you where it's going to go today, how it feels about that. You know, really get that dialogue going on. You can lift the toes for a second so that we're not gripping the toes, and that gives us like a little higher arch, a little more blood in the foot. Good. Let's come back up and touch the ceiling. And then we're going to come back down. You can grab the shins, the ankles, or again, the big toes with the peace fingers, these two. And if you do that, the elbows come out in the way. Keep the legs straight though. Legs straight first. Feet flat, legs straight. And then if you can get down there, great. But don't bend the legs to get down there. You just pull the elbows out. And again, just be okay with what your body is telling you or letting you do tonight. Breathe, of course. Let's stay down low, both hands over to the right. We'll grab the right shin, nose towards the knee. We'll rotate the left shoulder kind of under and through, at least feel like we're going in that direction. And then over to the other side. And then we do the opposite shoulder under and through. And let's come back up. We're going to do pyramids, so we'll have to shorten the stance to about 3 feet. We're going to turn the toes, the left toes to the back now, the right toes in. Let's bring the arms out. And behind the back, we're going to grab the elbows and look up, and then we'll fold down into pyramid pose. You could do reverse prayer, like so. It's a little harsh on the shoulders, so go easy. And we're just going to breathe. Good, let's come back up and pivot. We're going to do a couple other poses in a different spot tonight. So right foot straight forward. I like to bring the arms out for me so I can get that rotation because you want chest straight forward. And then back down, whatever hand position you chose. You know, on days when if your upper back is really bothering you, you could do this hand position with the palms together even in this pose. Hello. Good. Let's come up to standing and let's step to the top of the mat and shake it out. So we are going to do, well, find your left foot. It's on the left side. We're going to reach the arms all the way out. And then, Bella thinks she's going to get fed. Yeah, we're going to lean forward until we're just on the left foot with the arms out, trying to make the body like a capital letter T. Good. Those of you that like, put the left hand down. Whoa. Reach the right arm up. Those of you that like, switch the hands. Oh. All right, stand. That is difficult. All right, standing on the right foot, arms out. Come forward again. Got a bookshelf stopping me. You can use the bookshelf as a crutch. And right hand down, left arm up. And switch the hands. Excellent. Stand again. So we're going to do tree, standing on the left foot. We're going to lift the right leg up. You can lock up there, you can hold it up there, hands to the heart or all the way up, or you can put it out in the front here. Try I like. And we'll breathe. So keep that foot up, bring it out in the front there so it's kind of pointing straight forward. Take the opposite hand tonight. So left is grabbing right. Left hand grabs the right knee. And you can reach the right arm straight back. Try to stand up tall. We look back. Those of you that want to can grab the big toe and extend the leg. You don't have to. I'm not going to. We're going to breathe here. Excellent. Let it down. Step it out. Let's stand on the right. I'm going to do this one closer. And left foot up. Good. Bring that leg out in front. The opposite hand comes over, grabs the knee. So right is grabbing left. Reach back, look back. You could grab the, some people don't do the toe grip. They do the whole foot. It's okay. The toe grip, again, comes from Ashtanga. Otherwise, I'm just going to hold my knee. All righty, nice. Let's come down. Let's squat with the feet about the distance of our hips. We stay here. Those of you that want to do crow, do crow. I'm actually going to do tripod headstand. If you want to think about doing it against your wall, it might be good that eventually when we get together, we do it with someone spotting you. But remember, tripod headstand, you think of a pyramid. So like the back of a dollar bill. The hands are down at the bottom of the pyramid and your head goes up at the top of the triangle. So when you come down, the head comes out further. So no Mickey Mouse. You want to be far apart. And I like to actually, I'm going to go sideways. You can see that my head is up there further. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it there, excuse me. So out, and then I walk, and you see that my back is shifting so that the hips are over, and then you just put the knees on the elbows, and then a lot of core to get up the center there. Anyways, we're coming all down, and we're going to do some cat and cow. Knees 2 fists apart, shoulders above the wrist, middle finger straight forward, just a little bit of it. Good. Back to center. Let's look over the right shoulder, see the tail. And over to the other side. Good. Back to center. If your knees are bothering you, we're going to stay on the left knee. You can double up the mat, step the right foot to the top of the mat. You can step it up there a little further so that your left quad stretches and then reach the arms all the way up. We're going to stay here a little longer, let the hips hang down. So if you notice the sequencing, a lot of times it's open, close, open, close. So we're opening and then we're doing a twist version, opening. And since we did the arch back, we didn't do the twist version, which we're going to do now. We're going to take the left elbow outside of the right leg. Don't let the leg move. Hands in prayer, pull in towards the chest. Turn the fingers up towards your face. Yes, you can roll back, straighten the back leg. You can keep the knee down. And we're going to stay here, either looking at the foot or where the elbow is pointing to the ceiling. Great. Let's step back, two hands and knees. Then if you want to double up the other side underneath your right knee, we step the left foot top of the mat, crunchy, and then all the way up again. You'll be able to see this one a little better, but let the hips hang down. Good. Right elbow outside, hands in prayer. Good. Then you could go back. You hear that? That's the manager's daughter. You can always hear when her feet are flopping on those stairs and you can run inside and hide. Okay, we'll unroll the mat. We're going to go to pigeon. We'll take our time getting there. We're stepping back again, top of push-up. Lower down, hover if you can for the strength. Up dog, legs tight, and down dog. Then please reach the right foot up the back wall. Keep the hands flat. And bend that leg, opening up the hip a little bit. Keep the right armpit down. And then throw your shin, top of the mat. Bring that left leg further back. And then you can stay with the hands down. You can put the forearms down. You can put your forehead, which I like to do right on the hands there. Adjust it, get it nice. Or you can lay all the way out flat if you like. We're going to breathe. Okay, hands back down. We'll step that leg back. You can shake it out a bit if you like. And then again, we get to do another push-up. We lower down, elbows against the ribs. Up dog and down dog and left foot up. And the leg opening up if you like. Good, throw that shin all the way through. Bring the right leg further back so you get that length knee to knee. And same deal, hands down, forearms down. And I didn't say it earlier, but this bent leg, the foot can kind of come back or it can begin to come forward until your shin ends up being square to the front of the mat. I wouldn't rush into that. So you want to feel it. You know, they say it's a hip opener. Everyone says, yeah, but I feel it more on the glute and the underside of the leg. Mostly true. So we're going to stay here. Great. For the most part, this will probably be the last push-up. Hands down. We're going to step back. We're going to shake that leg out again. And good. Top of push-up. We lower down, up dog, and down dog. And let's sit with the legs straight out in front of us. We're going to do dynamic forward folding. We're going to breathe in and reach up. We're going to breathe out and try to touch the toes. Maybe you get there, maybe you don't. All the way back down, back up. The out breath is on the forward fold. Good. Let's come up, touch the ceiling, and we'll bring the arms down. So on Easy Friday, which happens to be on Friday, I do a really light class, but if you, and I always say if you want to make that class more heavy, you can do a vinyasa between the poses, which I'm going to do now. So to do that, you go across the legs, step back, lower down, up dog, and down dog. And then you would re-sit back down. You're going to jump into that. And once you get that rhythm, you can throw that between the seated poses, and especially on Easy Friday, if you don't want to go easy, you can throw that in there. But with both legs out, we're going to do our twist Vritsasana C that we normally do. So the right leg is bent, the knee is pointing straight up. The left arm comes all the way over, grabs that leg. I'm going to go sideways so you can see that. Right hand is down again, about 6 inches straight out from your tail. And shoulder pulls back, head lightly looks back, eye line to the wall. You could take the elbow, put it outside of the leg, lift up through the torso, and breathe. Great. Let's switch. So we'll put right leg out, left foot in there really tight. So right arm grabs the left leg, hand behind you. We sit up tall again. We pull the left shoulder back. We look back. You could bring the elbow outside if you like. And we look away from the front foot. Good. Back around. We're going to be on the tailbone. I'm going to actually double up my mat so that the tailbone is not on the hard surface. So we're going to bend both legs. We're going to bring the arms underneath those bent legs and we're going to roll back. Just balancing here on the tail. This one I always prefer to have the carpet down, which I moved. But I'm going to stay here. You could also let go. You can also straighten the legs, hands in prayer to the toes with the third eye, or legs bent. You feel it in the core. If you grab the legs, you almost don't feel it in the core, but you might a little bit, and whatever you want to do is cool with me. And then let's cross the legs, grab the shins, sit up really tall, shoulders back and down, top of the head up. That is 1 of 5. Good, this is number 2. All the way up, here we go. Good, cross the legs, grab the shins, sit up tall. This is number 3. Cross the legs, sit up tall. 4. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And 5, back up. Excellent. Hug the knees and let's lie back. We're going to grab the shins and pull the knees. Grab the shins like you're just pulling the shins down into your belly and bring the nose up to the knees. That'll stretch the lower back probably a little bit. Good. So let's do bridge. We're going to put the feet down flat. Feet and knees are 2 fists apart. And we're going to lift the hips. As we lift the hips, tuck the shoulders under. Intertwine the fingers again, this dealy. Back there with the palms together. And then lift up in the hips. So those of you that want to are welcome to do Urdhva Dhanurasana. I normally stay in bridge and a lot of us do. So be cool, listen to your body, breathe a bunch. Excellent, come on down. Hug the knees in again, take a second. Take a time out. All right, we're gonna go upside down, starting with plow. Kicking the feet up and over the head. You can get like a little bit of a rocking start if you like. Hands can be on the back with the fingers pointing to the spine, thumbs in the front, or intertwined fingers, arms down. Your legs should try to be straight, but do your best to keep the legs straight. We're going to breathe here just a little bit. Here is a good spot to try to bring your elbows in the distance of your shoulders, and then get that grip maybe on your hip bone underneath it, and then lift up for shoulder stand. When I try to lengthen up shoulders to toes, you could bring the feet a little more forward so they're sitting over the elbows. Otherwise, here we are, breathing. Great, go ahead, bend the legs, bring the knees down towards the ears, reach back, grab the soles of your feet and lower yourself into dead bug. In dead bug, we'll rock around a little bit on the back if you like. You don't have to, the knees are in the armpits, soles of the feet facing the ceiling, the top. Good. Let's bring the knees into the chest for a moment. We're going to do just one piece of this ending series that we'll do all of on Friday. So let's just lay down flat. And we're going to lift the right leg up. And we're going to take both hands behind that leg and come up towards the heel. See if you can at least get above the knee joint. And then bring your nose up to the knee so the shoulders will come off the ground. Do your best to hold the leg that is flat on the mat as it is. And we'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Talking to light. There we go, that's better. Good, and then let that down. Let's do the other side. Good, so yeah, if you can get above the knee joint. And we're just coming to the back of the heel. We're not necessarily trying to get the foot. Good, let that down. And let's bring the knees up into the chest and the arms out like a T, so the knees come all the way up. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, let the knees fall to the right as you look to the left. You can put the right hand on top of the legs, pushing them down together. Attempt to have the shoulders flat on the mat if possible. Even here, the last bit here, continue the breath. And let's come all the way up and then over to the other side. Continuing in the pose, continuing in the breath. Very good. Back up to center. You can hug the knees into the chest again. Thank yourself for coming out. Tell yourself you did a good job, and then tell yourself again, good job. And then we're going to lay down and get, however you can get comfortable. What you want to try, without sounding too like, well, weird and creepy or anything. Alright, I fucked that up. You want to dive into the pose. It's called Savasana, the final rest, the corpse pose. There are actually, well, there are yoga studios which aren't open now, where you're not allowed to say corpse pose. You're not allowed to say it. It's weird because that is the name of the pose. That's, you know, the lineage. So you really want to let go into it and really scan the whole body and let everything mush down into your mat. Really, all the way letting go, dropping onto the floor. Feeling the breath moving in the body, the life force. All the way relaxed, all the way simple, all the way. Very nice. Let's move the fingers and toes a little bit. You can stay in the rest if you like, and we'll just finish it off here anyways. You're welcome to do what you like. And then we're going to reach the hands way over the top of the head, lengthen as long as we can. Once you get that length, pull the core down like you're trying to push your lower back against the mat. And hold that for a moment. Length, toes to fingers getting long, and then pulling the center down against that length. Good, and then bring the knees into your chest. And rock yourself up to a comfortable seated position. So we're going to do some ohms tonight. If anyone wants to join us, please go to your machine and unmute yourself. And I'll give you a few moments, thank you, Trixie, to get unmuted. And we're all going to do some ohms together. All right, Gretchen, yeah, Bambi, all right. Everyone's joining in. So I'm going to do it like Brian used to do it when we were out in the world. So bring the hands to the heart center or however you're comfortable. We're going to take a breath in. And the first one's just a practice. We're not going to really ohm. So breathe in. And then just out with the breath. And then let's breathe in. This is the one. All right, let's do 2 more of that. Breathe in. And 1 more, breathe in. You're living your dream, don't miss it. Namaste.
Namaste.
All right. Thank you so much.
Namaste.
Wow. Woohoo! Good job. All right. Well, it's at danieloverberger.com. You can find the link to my PayPal and my Venmo to send donations. We're doing this. Are you in New York, Nicole?
Yeah, I'm still in New York.
Far out, man.
Yeah.
Coast to coast. Yeah.
That's right.
But it's all the same. We're all right here. That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Thank you, Terry. Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 o'clock. Friday is the easy class, but like I said tonight, if you want to do the, thank you, Julie, the push-ups in between, you can turn Friday into a more difficult class. And I've been on the fence about it, and actually, the place that you're living your dream, don't miss it. There's a story where that comes from that is connected to someone who was recently in the news that maybe I'll tell on Friday. Yeah, let me stop this recording.